Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made almost $9 million in Grand Theft Auto Online in under 1 hour of actual game time. Now this is all going to start last week when CEO cargo crates were on 1.5 times money in RP, or they had a 50% bonus on the sale missions. Now obviously this money did not all come from 1 hour of playing Grand Theft Auto Online. I think it's pretty much impossible to make this much money in only 1 hour of playtime, but I did manage to sell 5 cargo warehouses solo by myself in under 1 hour of time. I can show you guys the recording file. As you guys can see in the bottom right, it does actually say 59 minutes and like 42 seconds or something like that, and that's before I even actually started selling my cargo warehouses. So I made almost $9 million and my cargo warehouses were not even full. So that goes to show how good CEO cargo really is in Grand Theft Auto Online, and the amount of profit that I made off of these is absolutely insane. Now before I started doing these sale missions, I hadn't actually been doing CEO office like source missions for the CEO cargo. I had simply been going to my CEO cargo warehouses, talking to the people that are inside of them now since the Criminal Enterprises DLC came out, sourcing cargo through them for $7,500, and you get the random chance of getting either 1 crate, 2 crates, 3 crates, or sometimes in very extremely rare occasions 4 crates with a special cargo crate, as well as the 3 regular CEO cargo crates. So as you guys can see, I started selling at my top warehouse on the map. This one is closest to my nightclub. I started selling here. I got the trucks. The truck mission is really easy to complete as a solo player. Even with 15 drop-offs, I actually managed to do this in I think under 10 minutes with the 3 trucks. Or maybe it was just over 10 minutes, but either way, it did not take me very long. It was surprisingly quick and it was surprisingly easy. So that was with the first mission. I made like $1.8 million, which is pretty insane. I was shocked to make that much money. That's the biggest payout that I've ever seen in GTA Online, I think, especially on this character of mine. So that was obviously pretty awesome to see. The trucks, like I said, really easy to deliver. They're not the worst CEO cargo delivery mission ever, that is for absolute sure. Then I moved on to my second CEO cargo warehouse, which was the furniture warehouse. This one had a few less crates than the last one, so I got paid a little bit less money, but still, regardless, it was absolutely insane. I made an absolute ton of money off of this. For this mission, I had to go down to the docks and I had to get in the tugboat. Now there were actually some NPCs that were guarding my tugboat. They were trying to spawn camp me, but obviously the FH1 Hunter handled that before they even had a chance to try and stop me. So shout out to the FH1 Hunter. Then I hopped in the tugboat and I was actually expecting to run into some dudes on the way on jet skis coming for me, trying to take out my boat, trying to take me alive, but they never showed up. And unfortunately, it was just an extremely slow sail mission because before this, I had never bought the speed upgrade for the tugboat, so this was pretty much as slow as it possibly got. This was the most painful of the cell missions as far as slowness goes and just having to be patient. The tugboat obviously is not quick. Anyways, I managed to get to the end of this, and then I managed to do the sale mission, and as a result, I got paid somewhere around $1.7 million, which is pretty nice. It was a decent amount of money. It was actually pretty close to $1.8 million. So it was actually really good. Then I ended up heading over to my next CEO cargo warehouse and I got another one of the 15 drop-off sale missions with the trucks. Obviously, as a solo, I mean, this is not the most ideal sell mission for you. I mean, I'd prefer to just have the 3 trucks and just have 1 drop-off each. You just drive the truck to the drop-off location, but obviously that wasn't the case. So I ran through this mission as quickly as I could. You know, I did a pretty good job. By the 3rd truck, I got the strategy down. I was reversing into alleyways and stuff like that, dropping the cargo off, you know, going out straight, dodging and weaving through the hood. Then I got to my final drop off down at the docks, and I was able to drop all 3 trucks. I was getting worried there because the trucks were pretty crowded in the drop-off area, but I just had to slam into some of the other trucks that I'd already parked there in order to move them out of the way to get my next truck into where it needed to be. So this mission took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but it was still relatively quick. I got paid almost $1.7 million for completing this, which was really nice. As you guys can see in the top right, I'm up to $5.28 million, and this is right around the halfway point. So this is right around the half-hour mark of my little recording thing that I did. I was making good time, I was making good progress. My challenge to myself was to try to see if I could do this within 1 hour. And once I did this, I knew that I could definitely do it within 1 hour. Next up, I had the Titan sale mission. So I went to my CEO cargo warehouse, I got inside, and I decided to start doing the sale mission. When it said enter the plane, I was like, oh dear God, it's gonna be that one terrible CEO cargo sale mission. But very fortunately, it was not the bad one. I ended up going down to the airport, I got in the plane to find out where the drop-offs were, and then I went into my FH1 Hunter, and I went and scouted out all the locations to make sure the Valkyrie was not waiting for me at any of these locations, because I didn't even purchase the armor upgrade for any of my planes. So I was really just trying to make sure that that nothing was going to go wrong here, that I wasn't going to get my Titan shot down. Then once I actually cleared this out and made sure everything was safe, flew back to the airport, got in the Titan, and then we went ahead and did the sale mission. Now this is the one where I had to stay close to the ground, which in the Titan, that is kind of a scary situation to be a part of. The Titan is not exactly what would we call this? It's not exactly a very maneuverable plane. It's quite large, and being this close to the ground was actually quite alarming at points. But you already know, I got through it. We managed to get the full sale mission done with the Titan. And I decided to do the furthest drop-offs first. I went all the way into Blaine County, and then I exited out of Blaine County and came up the coast. And that's where I dropped my final crates off, and I got paid almost $1.8 million for this sale as well. I actually got the exact same amount for this sale that I did for the tugboat sale. Then I went to my final warehouse, which was of course by the airport, and I got the truck mission. Now the truck mission this time was really easy. It was only 3 drop-offs, and they actually offered me a delivery bonus as well, which obviously it went down as time went on because, well, I was crashing trucks. I was not exactly driving as careful as I could have been because it was only 13 grand. And I was like, do I really care about 13 grand if it's going to take me like a lot of extra time to be, you know, driving careful and everything like that? No, I don't care. So I just absolutely sped with the trucks, and I finally got all the drop-offs done. This drop-off was a little bit further than I would have liked, but it wasn't in the worst location ever. It was just at the back of the ammunition, very close to that one bunker that's very popular. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I own that bunker, and obviously got my trucks all dropped off there, got the final one to the drop-off, and then I got paid $1.72 million for the final take for the hour of $8,791,000, which is absolutely insane. That's the most money I had ever made in 1 hour of GTA Online ever. So my advice to you guys, I've got a video coming out on Friday going over my money making strategy, how I was able to make this much money, and how I make the money that I do in Grand Theft Auto Online on my expanded and enhanced edition character. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check out my channel on Friday to learn how I actually make this much money. And it's not just from CEO Cargo, there's another couple ways of doing this that are gonna net you an absolute ton of money. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more videos like this on my channel, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.